Hello, my name's Dr. Matt Capp from Capitalise Education. Let's have a chat about the third principle of Universal Design for Learning, referred to as action and expression. This is the idea that during the planning, teaching and assessment cycle, teachers ask themselves the following question: am I allowing my students to demonstrate their knowledge and understanding in multiple ways? The purpose of Principle 3 of Universal Design for Learning is to develop strategic and goal-directed students. It is based on the assumption that when teachers teach and allow students to demonstrate their knowledge and understanding, the learning goal is not tied to a specific way of demonstrating it, unless it's explicitly named in the approved curriculum. The third principle of Universal Design for Learning is underpinned by 3 guidelines. These are more specific ways of supporting students to demonstrate their knowledge and understanding. The first guideline is referred to as physical action. The second guideline is expression and communication. The third guideline is executive functioning. These 3 guidelines are underpinned by 9 checkpoints. Checkpoints are more specific ways of supporting students to overcome their barriers to the learning process or functional impact. As Professor John Hattie says, explicit ways of teaching are not haphazard and random. They're strategically planned to overcome the barriers to the learning process or functional impact a student has. The guidelines and associated with checkpoints associated with Principle 3 are divided into 3 layers: access, build, and internalize. Access are that guideline and the associated checkpoints designed to help students access the learning process to overcome their barrier to the learning process or functional impact. The build guideline and associated checkpoints are designed to help students build on those skills and strategies that they've developed to overcome their barrier to the learning process or functional impact. The final layer, internalize, is that associated guideline and checkpoint are designed to help students internalize those skills and strategies and use them moving forward to overcome any barrier to the learning process or functional impact. Capitalise Education is concerned that in the literature, textbooks, videos, and at conferences, all of the examples given of Principle 3 relate to the access level of the guidelines and checkpoints. However, the framework is much deeper than the access level. The access level simply provides students ways of overcoming their barriers to the learning process or functional impact. However, it is important students internalize those skills and strategies and develop independence to help overcome those barriers to the learning process or functional impact. Professor Michael Fullan refers to that access layer as external accountability, what teachers do to support students. However, it's important that the students develop internal accountability or their own internal strategies for developing and overcoming those learning process challenges or their functional impact. It's important that when teachers use the Universal Design for Learning framework, they look at not only the access level, but the build level and the internalize level. When teachers are planning, it's really important that teachers ask themselves, is the supports I'm putting in place developing independence in my students to help them overcome their barriers to the learning process or functional impact?